Well, what is going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome to my review of the Elephone P6000. Now, I know that I'm quite late with this review, probably a couple of months, but I wanted to wait until Android Lollipop runs really stable on the P6000, and now it's the time to review it. Anyway, the P6000 here is from our partner efoxshop.com, link down below in the description. We will also list the P6000 and some other Elephones soon, so I'm currently testing them. And I have to say, the P6000 runs really good on Android 5 Lollipop. Now regarding the specs, so it's mid-range, 5-inch HD IPS screen, 4G LTE MTK 6732, so it's a quad-core SoC. It runs Android 5.0 Lollipop, 30 megapixel rear camera, then I think 2 megapixel front-facing camera, 2 GB of RAM plus 16 GB of ROM, and a 2700 mAh battery. So the specs are quite decent for the low price. Link down below, and now I would say let's get directly started and let's have a look at the Elephone P6000. As always guys, let's get started with a quick unboxing. Everything you can see here on the table is included. Unfortunately, there are not many accessories included. Okay, now first of all, Elephone includes a quick starter guide. Comes with a couple of pictures and a bit text, but anyway, you won't find real help in there. So you really have to know how to use an Android smartphone, but actually this is very easy, even if it's your first smartphone. Okay, then here you can see the charger. It's actually nothing special, it looks like the iOcean charger. Now you can see that charger design on a lot of smartphones. So it's a 5-watt charger, 1 amp output at 5 volts. USB port looks pretty good, it's straight in. There are no gaps and it's not too lightweight, so the quality of the charger actually looks pretty good. Then also included is a screen protector. And the glass is definitely no Gorilla Glass. So make sure you don't remove the screen protector which is already on the phone. And if you need to, replace it with that one, because I already have a lot of scratches on the display. Now let's talk about this charging cable. Well, yeah, nothing special. So this is also included, and that's the last thing. So you see, not many things are in there. There is no headset, no big user manual or something, no spare battery already in the smartphone. And yeah, that's everything you can find inside here, and then let's go and let's check it out. So here it is, the Elephone P6000. Now it's actually a mid or low budget phone, and that means also the build quality is not the best. Like, they don't use Gorilla Glass. I already have some scratches on there, it's hard to see, but yeah, my car key raped it a little bit. At the bottom here you can see you have capacitive home button, capacitive back and menu button, and I like this. This looks absolutely great. So in my opinion, the overall design is boring, but I like that blue home button, which can also act, I think, as a notification LED or at least blink when the battery is low. Then here at the top we have the front-facing camera. Front-facing camera, yeah, quite low quality, 2 megapixels, lags a bit while recording. In the middle here we have the speaker, and also the sensors are placed right from the speaker. Now here's the back side, and that's the typical Elephone style. This is completely classic, one color, Elephone logo here at the top. Then here you can see the LED flash, which is by the way quite weak, and here the camera, which is a bit lower than the Elephone B Pure camera. Here at the bottom you can see keep expecting and be surprised, so the slogan and the speaker grid. All in all, yeah, the design is very boring. All the buttons are placed on the right side of the frame, so here we have the plastic buttons, power button and the volume rockers, which is actually just one button. Okay, now you can see the thickness varies. Now at the top it's thicker than at the bottom, looks a bit strange. Here at the top also a 3.5mm headphone jack to connect a headset or headphones, it's not included. Then here the slot to remove the back cover, yes, it's removable. At the bottom we can find a microphone, so that's the bottom microphone. And you will also notice here that the back cover actually doesn't cover the display, so the display is high up, which is not that good in my opinion. Also here on the left side we have the micro USB port to charge it. Now I think it's not good that the display is here at the top, because if it falls down then usually it will probably crack. So I like smartphones where the back cover goes a bit over the display to protect it at least a little bit. But yeah, that's the typical Elephone design. You don't have to like it, but you cannot deny that Elephone actually makes some decent quality phones for a low price. The only bit bad thing is that the glass is no Gorilla Glass. Then let's quickly remove the back cover and let's see how it looks under the hood. So there we go. Now the back cover fits pretty tight, but now it's off. Inside of the back cover there is no antenna or anything, so NFC is not supported, just a speaker grid. We can quickly remove the battery and check it out. And the battery is very heavy and thick, check this out guys, so it should be a 2700 mAh battery. I'm 100% sure that this is correct because it looks actually thicker than the EQ E04 battery, which should have 3000. So really good. And also the battery lifetime on Lollipop is about a day for my usage, and I use the smartphone a lot. Okay, then let's have a look here at the sticker. So we have two IMEI numbers because it's a dual SIM dual standby device. Here at the bottom you can see the speaker. Yeah, speaker is not the best quality. And here we have such a metal thing, so this looks to me like a vibration motor, so if it rotates, this is just like vibration. Okay, then here you can see SIM card slot 1 and SIM card slot 2, and also a micro SD card slot. So it supports micro SD cards, I think up to 64 gigs, maybe even more. Here a antenna connector, camera, LED flash, and in the left top corner we have one of the antennas, also one in the right top corner at the bottom, so we actually have 3 or 4 antennas for 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4G. Okay, then let me quickly insert here the battery and the back cover, and then we can just have a look on how it performs in Android. Well guys, so there we are in Android 5 on the Elephone P6000, and the experience here is really smooth. That's very good. Probably the best Android Lollipop ROM I've seen on MTK right now. It doesn't even run that smooth like on the EQ, which has a octa-core processor. So yeah, pretty good job here on the ROM. Let's go quickly to about the phone, and here we can see this is definitely Android 5. And we can also try the Lollipop exploit. So if you hold that Lollipop here for 3 seconds, that starts that game here. And you see that is similar to Flappy Bird, and I'm a real noob in such games, so I cannot play this. But anyway, yeah, that's it under about the phone. We can also check out wireless update, and this should actually work. I'm not sure if it already works for Android 5 Lollipop, and I'm pretty sure you won't see a update now in the near future. But this is currently version 2.2, and well, maybe timeout on the servers, I don't know, but it doesn't receive the update info. But I always update usually by just flashing it from needrom.com or from the forums on elephone.com, actually .hk. Now let's go quickly through the settings and let's get started with Wi-Fi. Let's talk a bit about the signal. So I'm using 2.4 GHz, signal strength good, 65 Mbits, that's average. Now, it also supports 5 GHz, but I think there's a problem with that because on the forum they say it doesn't work really good. I cannot test it because my router just reboots all the time at 5 GHz. This is somehow broken. Anyway, it also comes with Bluetooth and the normal SIM card options, and here we can check out the display options, so actually nothing special in there. Now, the first important thing here is storage. We can see that Elephone always provides one big partition, that's something I like. And the total space, so you have about 10 gigabytes when you started, so completely fresh. And I'm now already using something, so GTA 3 gigabytes and all that crap, and I still have about 6 gigabytes left. So it's okay for slight users, but get yourself a SD card. Battery stats, now I started to use it today when I woke up at 7:30 I think. And I used it until you can see here 5 PM. And I did all the tests, so it was almost that, so 15% or something. But if you don't do benchmarks and all that, so you should actually come through a whole day without a problem. I usually always have it on full brightness just for recording, so you can see the screen takes a lot of the power if on full brightness. So yeah, just choose automatic brightness adjustment or low brightness, then one day shouldn't be a problem. Okay, apps running in the background. The good thing is that Quadcore here comes with 2 GB of RAM. This should give you enough power to run also games, like we have 1 GB of free RAM, which is really much on Android. Now many people these days go for 3 GB or now even 4 GB like on the Asus Zenfone, but I have to say personally I'm fine with also 2 GB, so if you don't have a million apps on your smartphone and background apps as fuck, then you actually don't really need it. Okay, but yeah, let's see what the future brings. The rest actually is the same like on every other Android smartphone, but I just want to quickly show you all the functions to see if the phone is working, if something is broken. But I really have to say, good job on the ROM Elephone. This runs fine. Now here the Android status bar, so the app permission system from Lollipop, which I hate. Now here we have the brightness level, we have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, here you can see the signal. I'm currently inside and have almost full signal. Yeah, in town it was also pretty good. Flashlight is okay, but it's a bit weak in my opinion. So for photos at night, this is probably too weak. Here at the bottom you can now see the backlight from that capacitive touch button, and this looks absolutely great. Then here is the dial application, and yeah, it looks a bit different here on Lollipop, but let's try to call some random number. So it's a hotline here in Austria, and yeah, it's working, and the speaker sounds okay, but the loudspeaker, so if you switch to speaker mode, it's not that loud, so the quality is okay, it's not crispy or something, but you can hear it. The volume could be definitely louder. Anyway, sensors are working, you can do calls, but just make sure that the frequencies of your provider are matching with the phone frequencies, otherwise you will have a problem. Okay, then here the browser, and I really have to apologize myself for the last two reviews because I made a mistake. Now 3G wasn't low, just my provider locked 3G and I have now unusable speed. So I forgot to pay, so they locked my 3G, and okay, so I'm really sorry for that, but I will do some speed tests and upload them to China devices because I'm getting LTE for the next month. So that will be pretty cool, so we can test all the phones and do a LTE speed comparison. Okay, then let's just go here through the apps which are pre-installed, and the first important app is definitely the camera. So let's just go outside and let's do a quick camera test. Alright, we're now here outside in my garden. It's a beautiful day today, so we have good lighting, and yeah, the camera should work pretty good. Now you can see that the preview is maybe a bit too over sharpened, and it's the full screen preview, and in full screen you can only take pictures with 10 megapixel I think. But yeah, pictures look quite okay, but I have to say, the Elephone P Pure camera is just a little bit better. I'm really curious what sensor they are using, I have to Google it. Okay guys, now we can zoom in there, so 4 times is the maximum zoom, looks also okay. Then let's zoom out. Okay, then now let's stop recording. Whoops, that was the Android status bar, and then let's switch quickly to the front-facing camera. Now the front-facing camera, as I've said before, this is average. It's not really bad like on Chinese clones, like S6 clones, S5 clones, but it's also not really something special. Now you can see head tracking works, we have face beauty mode, which makes you look like a Chinese girl or something, so you look a bit like a alien with that. Okay, then let's switch back here, and wow, looks actually okay for such a cheap price. On the left side we have effects. Now usually we should have effects here on the bottom too, like hipster filters, but this is not in there, so this seems to be the old MTK application or just the default one from Android. And you can just capture here pictures, so there we go. Here we are in the menu, and we can just have a look at the camera settings. They're right over here, and the maximum picture size here is 9.5 megapixels in full screen. If you want to capture 13 megapixel photos, then you have to switch to photo 3, so it's not possible to take 30 megapixel in 16:9. Okay, then here the camera settings, so electronic image stabilization, microphone, you can switch the audio mode and also set the video quality from high or to low or even to fine. Okay, that's basically it. That was the camera test, and now you will see some sample videos, and sample pics will be down below in the description, as always on chinadevices.com. Now here's a quick back camera test on the Elephone P6000. All the settings are on automatic and the video quality is set to fine, so it's high and should record in full HD. Now well, in preview, this looks surprisingly sharp on the smartphone, but I have no clue how it looks on the computer. Maybe check for yourself if it really looks sharp on the computer. The colors, they look very natural, maybe a bit darker than in real life, but yeah, that's it. The sharpness, everything here, well, that looks pretty good. And the preview image, so if you want to capture photos, it's very blurry, but here in video mode, so the preview looks really good. There's a slight amount of lag, as you will maybe notice, but yeah, I think it's okay. Let's have a look at some close-ups and also the colors. Well, we have the focus here, and wow, we can really go near to the object here. Wow, look, that looks really cool. Then let's focus. Tap out to focus is working. So let's maybe chase the duck. Come over here. I won't hurt you, guy. Hello. Oh my god, this is near. Okay, now he's moving. Well, but you can see the colors, everything here. That looks ultra nice. Just check this out. Holy crap, that's good. So close-ups are okay, but also objects which are more far away than here, they look good. Maybe a bit too bright in the background, but I would say the back camera in video mode is definitely nice on the Elephone P6000. Alright guys, now here's a quick front-facing camera test on the Elephone P6000. It's already quite late and there is not so much light, but you can see it performs quite okay. But the recording seems to be quite laggy, as you can see, so here you can see it lags a lot. But objects in the background in preview, they look okay, so not too blurry, but just check for yourself if the quality is okay or if it's just too bad for you. Anyway, the front-facing camera here on the Elephone P6000 is not so special, so 2 megapixels or something like on the datasheet. It's a bit laggy, as you can see, but yeah, recording works and also face beauty mode and all that crap. The focus is here on the face all the time, works pretty good. Colors also look okay, and yeah, nothing to say about that.
Oh yeah, we're now here back in Android on the Elephone P6000, and let's quickly continue. Let's check out the remaining apps before we do some benchmarks and a GPS test. Now, FM radio is included, it's supported, it's working, but you have to connect a headset, which is not included. Google Mail, Google Apps, the Play Store, everything pre-installed. This is really important because sometimes on Lollipop or some other phones this is just not pre-installed and then it's really hard to get it. Now Play Store is working, latest version, I'm connected to Wi-Fi, and yeah, I have downloaded some apps as you can see, so the Play Store is definitely working. Elephone Service app, pretty cool thing. Now you can suggest feedback and such things. I'm not sure if you get really a reply, but you can also just quickly go to the forum and website to download the latest ROM. Really good that Elephone provides the ROMs on the forum, that's something I like, but we'll also mirror them on chinaroms.com. Okay, then yeah, we can just have a look at YouTube. So to do a movie test, all in all, Android 5 runs very smooth on that smartphone. So I would say let's do a quick speaker test, movie test, some benchmarks, a GPS test, and then you will hear my final conclusion about the smartphone. Here's just a quick YouTube test. So we'll now test the speaker and also let's see if the movie playback is working. Now it sounds and looks like it would be working, so yeah, there we go. The speaker sounds very clear, but you hear it's not very loud. Now, I have smartphones, the speaker is double as loud. Could be the YouTube video, but also when I play back some MP3 files, then sometimes not that loud like on other smartphones, but at least it sounds really good. Just check this out. So well, the speaker sounds pretty good, it's clear, it's not somehow crispy or something, but it's also not really loud. Could be just of the small gain. Well, here's a quick GPS test in the GPS test application on the Elephone P6000. Sorry, the road here is a bit shaky, but anyway, we have a 3D fix. We have a accuracy of about 60 feet, but this is a Android 5 Lollipop bug. Let's see, if we slow down, the accuracy goes down. If we speed up like this, so let's go a few meters, whoa, then we get up to 80, 100, yeah, it really goes up with the speed. Anyway, GPS is working, so you can use navigation, you won't have a problem with that. But in the GPS test applications here in the benchmark, or however you call that, you will see that the accuracy here just displays something, which is totally bullshit. You're always on the road, as you will see later, and actually there are no GPS problems. Now we have 18 satellites in view and 10 in use, but please download faster GPS and set the GPS config to your country. I often see people not doing this in benchmarks and videos, and then they say GPS is shit. But no, GPS can be good, but you have to configure it correctly and don't be a noob. Okay, so just follow my tutorial on the GPS fix on MTK smartphones and you won't have any problem. Regarding the signal bars, you can see signal pretty good. Some bars here are red or even not connected, so yeah. This is average GPS signal on any other MTK 64-bit smartphone. All in all, it's working and not that bad on the P6000. Now here's a quick navigation test with SideCheck offline navigation. This app is really great. You can download the maps, you don't need internet for that. Anyway, GPS works really good, as you can see. It's very accurate, doesn't show you off the road or something.
Now the only thing is when you start driving, so when you switch on GPS, then it shows the wrong direction. This phone doesn't come with a compass feature or anything, so it will show you for a couple of seconds in the wrong direction until you start driving the first meters, and after 10-15 meters it will catch the correct direction. Sorry, the road is shaky too. Yeah, we have a very cloudy day, it's raining as you can see just a little bit, but GPS is working fine. I have to say, no issues on Lollipop. I had huge issues with GPS on Lollipop on the EQ, but here on the P6000 this is a real surprise. GPS is running fine, and you can see even though it's a bit rainy, GPS works really good. So we're now here at the end of this review. Anyway, I really enjoyed testing. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will bring you the Elephone P3000S with 3 GB of RAM and maybe Android 5 Lollipop ROM. Okay, so my feedback about the smartphone. Build quality okay, but no Gorilla Glass. I have a lot of scratches on there. That's pretty bad because I wanted to give that to a friend as a little thank you, but yeah, there are already scratches on there. So get yourself a screen protector. Design, boring, but the blue thing at the bottom, this is cool. This is really cool. Now performance, MTK 6732, what should I say? Performs not that good on Lollipop, so we get the same score as, for instance, the MTK 6592, but actually the Quadcore should perform better. But yeah, Lollipop is not really optimized, no 64-bit support, also the new cache, yeah, it really sucks right now. So you don't get the full performance, but it's smooth and you can use it, and games are also no problem, like you've seen in GTA. Okay, now the price. Yeah, price is nice. And the rear camera is okay, but the Elephone, which is also in this price segment, it has a better camera, slightly. Just check it out. The best one I've seen, really under $200. Front-facing camera, yeah, bad. So it's okay, but nothing special. So a 5 megapixel with decent recording mode would definitely be better. 4G working, signal quality working, battery lifetime 1 day with my usage. So yeah, battery lifetime, it's really hard to say. You have seen the statistics, and this is just anything I can tell you. It really depends on the person which is using the smartphone. All in all, not a bad deal. I know, not the best specs, because there are some phones coming out right now with full HD and everything for €160 or something. I don't want to tell you the model right now, but you will see it very soon in one of my reviews, and we'll just see if it's better or if it's not better. But Elephone makes some nice things. They have ROM updates, maybe now when the new models get released, not that often, but at least they have their own forum so you can ask for help. You can also check out chinadevices.com if you want to. And yeah, it's really not a bad phone. So link to buy it down below in the description, efoxshop.com, our partner, but also check us out, monkeymobiles.com. We'll bring you the best smartphones, we'll cover warranty for you, and yes, you will get a premium membership at our forum, but we're just partners of eFox, and eFox is really a trusted shop, so check them out, guys. Okay guys, then thank you so much for watching, have a nice day, and see you again in my next videos. Bye bye.